Hello, hello, hello. Thank you. Thank you for your presence. I wish you an amazing day. And today we are looking at longevity in men who have been running on the pattern of stress for a long time. We want to look at the impacts of the chronic stress pattern on a man's lifespan and on a man's physical health. We know that the pattern of stress, as it becomes consistent in the nervous system, puts the primal brain, puts the individual into a subconscious feeling and belief that he is not safe, that his boss is really the tiger coming after him, that a conflict at home is a life or death situation. And your conscious mind may say, that's ridiculous. Of course, it's not a life or death situation, but your body feels differently. And as you see in that one example, thoughts in the brain will not change patterns in the body. You must have thought and emotion together as one, because emotion is the language of the body. We're seeing now through tons of medical research that constant elevated levels of cortisol and other stress hormones in the body and the brain actually begins to shrink the telomeres at a biological level. Telomeres are one part of the cell that are responsible for your lifespan, your longevity. It's responsible for your aging process. We know now that being in that constant fight or flight response actually shrinks the telomeres. What else happens is where you have more than 90% of your DNA as labeled epigenetic, that means your epigenetics are going to express themselves in accordance to the environment they live in. If you are creating an environment of chaos, contraction, fear, fear is an emotion. Emotion is the language of the body. Thereby, that is the environment in which your genetics live. So the emotions you feel and the thoughts you think will actually turn on genes for health or genes for disease and rapid aging. As a result, it becomes really important to mitigate one's risks around developing what we see now as very common forms of chronic disease, cardiovascular issues, cancer, neurodegenerative, high cholesterol, and not the good cholesterol. So we can actually protect against a lot of these chances by changing the inner environment. Look at some other videos on the channel. I have real tools for change, for shifting that inner experience. Thank you.